For today's cup of coffee with scream.
Cup of coffee.
There was some people screaming. It wasn't us today.
It wasn't us.
That's not us. But
it wasn't us.
It was.
We got good stuff today.
We did. Yeah, Kid got a new bed frame, so he's been busy.
Yeah.
Putting things together. It's
looks...
giant puzzles, all those are, which I think it's a reason that I always enjoyed putting things together.
Yeah, that's a little flavor of autism right there. It's slightly acoustic. That's the nerve spicy.
Yeah. Is it me that you're talking about? Are you?
The putting the puzzle together?
Yes.
That's you.
Okay.
A little bit of the nerve
now, I
spicy.
can honestly say that my mother did not take Tylenol because it wasn't a thing back then.
No, that shit just does happen at points. That's just
it. That was what somebody else was proposing, and I'm not saying that these other things don't have a factor, but it could just be a different, I don't want to say evolution, adaptation of humans. We don't know.
There is a visible difference between the Gen Z autisms versus the autisms of like 40s or further back. Autism looked different in the 70s. Autism looked different in the 80s.
Very much so. Very much so. And it could be that there were peculiarities that were called something else then that now is being defined as autism.
Because the thing of autism, it's like the... How do you put this? With the level of autism that it is non-functional, I think that goes into the category of retarded.
It could be. And as far as retardation, that was a perfectly acceptable term at one time.
Well, and that is a legal medical term.
Yes.
Or psychology term.
Yeah.
So but that's the only way that you can describe that sort of mental illness, I think.
Well, it's just a mental defect. It's not really a mental illness per se. It is
a brain defect.
It is a brain defect. It is a brain difference. And, with the ADD and the ADHD, and like I said, this is, and even as far as complex PTSD, which can often look like ADD or ADHD, some of these things. And I don't know, I think a lot of these things are just people making up words so that insurance will pay for something.
That too. So that insurance can actually pay for help on some of these people, so they need to put it in some sort of category or label. Yeah.
And it's just, it's weird. All of it is weird. And to go back and re-question everything. But as far as the possibility that if a woman is pregnant and takes Tylenol, that it can affect the brain development of the baby.
Oof.
Yeah.
Just now finding that out?
They just now finding that out. But now it's like this. Those of us that are Gen X and that had the mamas that, well, not my mama, that as far as other people's mama, that drank alcohol, smoked cigarettes, drank coffee, all that stuff. And we turned out a hell of a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. In some ways, yeah.
Yeah. Because it was like, whatever your problem is, go out and take a lap.
But it's like the Tylenol. It's like, really? I don't think that's what it is.
I don't. Well, what that was within the conversation opened it up as far as possible vaccine injury. And that there have been a lot of people for a lot of years that are saying, okay, this is, my kid was fine. They had this series of shots, and then they were no longer fine.
Yeah. Because some people got really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like wheelchair bound.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
It just absolutely heartbreaking.
I told it is heartbreaking. But on the lighted thing, it told someone not to spurg out at work.
It's to spurg out. It's perfectly acceptable term also.
Literally, I did tell them not to spurg out.
Yeah. Did they understand?
He
Were
was
they
like, I done
familiar with
did
the
that.
term?
He's like, I done did that.
Oh, he understood.
Yeah.
It's always good to have somebody that understands and speaks your language.
Yeah, he is autistic.
Uh-huh. Was he able to laugh about it or not?
Yeah. Yeah. He was able to laugh about it.
Yeah. And it's just like...
But when you meet him, you can definitely... Well, I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got... But each individual has peculiarities.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It's quirks.
Yes, it's what makes them wonderful.
Yes.
And unique.
Yes. Now, sometimes those quirks are a little too out there.
Yeah.
Just a little...
Honestly, for me, if somebody, it's like, oh, well, I've got this issue and da-da-da, and it's like, okay, whatever. It's not a matter of judging that person. It's a matter of knowing certain things, how to speak to that person properly. And honestly, the astrology helps me.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to, in my mind, there's no difference.
It's space weather.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody comes up and says, oh, that they're a Taurus or whatever, and it's like, oh, okay. Those are the people that you want to ask about money.
Yeah.
Because they're usually good with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's just, like I said, it's just these wonderful things that make a person a person.
Yeah.
Now, there's been so much I knew it was going to be a big day today, and it was. Trump talking at the UN, boy, that was a scorcher. We're not even going to try to go into that.
Ooh, he lit them up.
He did light them up. And the thing is, they turned off. There was a good chance that as he and Melania were going up the escalator, they turned it off. Because you've got some of the most petty, shitty people that they would dare do that. And they did.
Yeah.
And then the teleprompter. And it's okay because he doesn't need a teleprompter, and they had to sit there for over an hour. If they had left it alone, he had some kind of prepared whatever it was. No, he went off cuff. And they wasn't a damn thing that they could do about it. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
But there was a lot to unpack there. But also, because we're not trying to become a news channel. We're really not. There's too many of those.
I'm not a news person.
I am a news person. I'm a news hound. I have been since very young. The big thing was that Jim Jordan, we actually had Congress did something.
What?
They did.
Who?
They did. That was Jim Jordan.
What?
And he actually got Google to admit, and I am reading this from a post, and I'll put a link there in the description box. Clandestine is the channel name. Google, he had reposted from the House Judiciary GOP, so I guess I'll probably go ahead and post the original. Google admits censorship under Biden, promises to end bans of YouTube accounts of thousands of Americans censored for political speech. That includes Alex Jones. Now,
that's a lot of people.
Our fucking little tiny pirate ship got included in that.
Well, I mean, we just got one video removed. That was pretty much it.
And it had been from years previous, but it was because we had mentioned something that Alex Jones had said.
Yeah. Yeah. But they were against Alex Jones at the time.
And it's also one of those that that was how I went over on X. Because, I mean, it was a full strike.
Mm-hmm.
And that I was banned from uploading for, a week or something like that?
Yeah, but at least he did that. I mean, that was a good thing.
That
was the positive on getting your whole account yeeted, like everything.
Right. And it's like I had asked over on X because YouTube has a channel over there, and I'm like, this needs reviewed. Explain to me. I want to know. Give me a timestamp of where I violated whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't. They couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, TikTok banning me for something, and they, like, years later, getting the option to actually see the part where my offense was, and it not loading. Just it's not actually there.
All right.
And yet I'm still banned from TikTok
Well,
Live
you can't
5 years
expect-
later.
You can't expect TikTok much from them on some of that stuff. I think that maybe towards the end of the month or very soon, that review about TikTok comes up of whether it's going to be or whether it's not going to be.
Ooh.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, because it's not good on there right now. It's not been good on there for a minute.
Well, I've seen both sides on that. Of course I do, because liberalizing. I have seen some people that have some very positive messages on there, but you've got to wonder, is there an algorithm that is pushing the negative ones?
Yes.
Same thing with YouTube. There are certain ones, and of course they're going to push the ones that make them money. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. We just sailing along. Mm-hmm. We just sailing along.
We are.
But anyhow, on this tweet, it talks about that today, thanks to the oversight of Chairman Jim Jordan, who is a Republican from Ohio, Google commits to offer all creators previously kicked off YouTube due to political speech violations on topics such as COVID-19 and elections an opportunity to return to the platform. And it says Google also admitted the following to the House Judiciary Committee. 1, that the Biden administration pressured Google to censor Americans and remove content that did not violate YouTube's policies.
Yeah.
2, the Biden administration's censorship pressure was unacceptable and wrong. 3, public debate should never come at the expense of relying authorities. 4, the company has never used third-party fact-checkers or will never use them. And 5, Europe's censorship laws target American companies and threaten American speech, including the removal of lawful content. We won that war.
Mm-hmm.
We have First Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is part of the weirdness with this globalist stuff, where they want this, everybody's under the same law. No. And that people are bucking. And that was the main thing about the UN. Mm-hmm. And there is a push for America to get out of that. I'm all for that. I think they should, because that was something those were alliances that were made a long time ago. They're not the same countries.
Right. All those alliances have been completely broken at this point.
Yeah.
So it's like, just pull out of it.
And the money.
Yeah.
And it's, for too long, the American taxpayer has been used as slaves for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. But it's interesting, and it's interesting to see these lines that had been in the sand for a long time, and that they had been crossed, and it's like now they're getting blowback and pushback, and people, they act surprised. They're like, oh God, they're actually doing something. And this is what people don't seem to understand this about bad behavior. I don't know if these people have never been around children or whatever it is. You have to set boundaries, and you have to be consistent.
Yes.
And it's like, if you tell a child, don't do that, there has to be consequences if they do that. And they will eventually, because they're kids.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to enforce the consequences. Now, that was one thing about my kids. If Mama said, Mama would do. How many times did you... Mama don't bluff.
That's true. You don't.
And it was a matter of being consistent. Because if you don't, it's like, oh, well, she doesn't really mean it. And then they push further and further and further. And then you end up with a juvenile delinquent, and you're wondering why.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's because they think that they can just do whatever the fuck they want at that point.
Because of no consequences, right? And this is, we have got so many people that they chronologically are adults, but they are still operating with kid mentality.
Yeah. Frontal lobe damage.
I think some of that very well may be.
A lot of it is.
And this is one of those things, it's like, okay, was it poor parenting? Because there was a whole lot of poor parenting
It's a mixture of poor parenting and frontal lobe damage. Because the parents got the frontal lobe damage.
Yes. People can't teach what they don't know. And when it has been this message of, oh, well, you've got to let them do whatever.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Not if you love your children.
Right.
Clear cut. And you had to set the rules. To sit there and go, do not do this. And mean it.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't a matter of, oh, yeah, you get to do it this time. No. You did this. This is the rule. This is the consequence. Period. And it was just like, as far as Pete Hegseth, and with they've changed it back to the Department of War, which it was for a very long time, because words matter, and him getting rid of the requirements for women. There shouldn't have been. Either you can do the job or you can't, regardless.
Right.
It's that simple. It really can be that simple.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when I went through the academy, that's how it was there. It was not, oh, well, you're female, so therefore you get to slide by. No.
No, you got to crawl through the mud just like the rest of them.
Absolutely.
You got to take the abuse like everyone else.
Uh-huh. Because like I said, either you can do the job or you can't. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting times that we're living in. And to watch these things. And it's like something new every day. And yeah, it's just something new every day. But since the eclipse, at this point, it does not feel as much like the sword of Damocles hanging by the thread. I don't know why. True. I can't. It's just there was a shift. There was a shift.
So it doesn't feel like we're about to get...
Who knows? I mean...
chopped up.
Who knows? But it's just there was a shift in the consciousness. I think it was a move of God. I truly do.
Mm-hmm.
So just interesting times. My God, they're just... It's hard to keep up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there has been so much happening this year. It has been insane.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, would I like to see Alex Jones go back to YouTube? Not really. Because Rumble was the one that stood by all these creators that got yeeted off of YouTube. Let Rumble get the notoriety.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to where there's certain things I watch on YouTube, but then I go to Rumble. I watch a lot of stuff on Rumble during the day.
You do. But also Rumble has has enough videos like that you watch on there. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the main thing why they are not a big competitor, because that's like the main focus of the website.
Right. And what people don't realize, Rumble took a lot of heat. They took a lot of flack.
Yeah. I mean, the advertisements. Like, advertisers would not go to that site for a while. And
I think BitChute, and God love them, I love BitChute. I've been over there for a very long time.
I know why they don't got the...
It is like Wild West. If you truly want Wild West on internet, go to BitChute.
It was like Wanu, but the degenerates took over.
And I don't even know how some of the things that's going on in the UK is affecting those folks at this point.
I mean, some of those people flat out, they cannot speak out against the stuff because they know that they will get arrested or something like that.
That's crazy.
They literally can't criticize their own government openly.
Yeah. That is insanity.
Yeah. That is. They're trying to replace that government. They're trying to replace those people anyhow.
Yeah. And so that was like, somebody was like, oh, look, the replacement, it wasn't a conspiracy. Well, it was a conspiracy. It really was. It's like, it actually exists. It's 177 pages. And I'm like, if y'all had listened to Alex Jones, he was talking about that years ago.
Yeah. What is known as conspiracy is just an unproven fact.
It's like, give it about 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
that's
a
just
test. It's a scientific type of thing right there. You will get your result when it's ready.
The term conspiracy theory was a psyops term.
Yeah, you will get your answer at some point, though. Conspiracy theory was just because they wanted to shut those people up and make them seem crazy for speaking out.
Yep. And that this has been going on since the 40s. I wonder, seriously, how much this has to do with Roswell. I really do.
Roswell was the beginning of all of this.
Because it was a lot of stuff happened after Roswell. And do I still think that them playing the alien card one way or the other is very much on the table? Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that happening. It'd be scary as shit.
Oh yeah, but it wouldn't surprise me at this point, with as much as being revealed and uncovered.
If there's a UFO in our yard, I'm shitting right there.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It'll be just this one big blue bean. It'll be shiny. It'll be sapphire blue. It'll be lapis lazuli bean.
I mean, it's just incredible. But during this period of time, and after that movement of the Holy Spirit, there are some people that I normally watch that I'm like, I don't want to hear what they have to say right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just, like I said, there was a difference. And especially if you've got somebody that's been doing all the black pilling and negative and, oh, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. And it's like, look, you can't live in that. I can't live in that forever.
Nobody can.
Because there's good things that's happening.
Yeah. There's a lot of good things that are happening.
The fact that the beginnings of revival and some of these young people that have just picked up the mantle and are running with it.
And because it's this new generation and we got the technology that we have now, guess what? We're actually getting some pretty good, like, hyper pop, synth pop Christian music out there. There's this one artist, and I'm like, when is this dropping? When are you dropping this? I need this in my Spotify playlist like yesterday. Yeah. I've been looking for this shit for years.
Yeah. Well, and it's like some of these kids that were just totally written off. Why? Why would you do that? Why to sit there and go, oh yeah, just let the devil have all that much? No. And this is why it's important to speak up and speak out, and that's what people are doing. They're going to these school board meetings. They're pushing back. And if somebody at these school board meetings are, that are elected or appointed or whatever, are saying ridiculous things, well, you always have the option of homeschooling.
Yeah.
But that stuff will be uploaded for the world to see in 2.5 seconds.
Yeah. And guess what? Middle schoolers, high schoolers, they will be posting on TikTok left and right.
Yeah. I mean, it's just this change that's coming, and this is just the beginnings of it.
If a teacher acts up, like, completely starts to, like, just, what is it called? It's not spurging out, but it's basically the same thing. Crash out. If teachers crashing out, they're going to upload that shit real fast.
It's like this.
They're going to make that public real fast.
If you have an individual who does not have the level of emotional and intellectual maturity to deal with children, they don't need to be in a position of power.
And to not put their own personal beliefs into whatever they're teaching.
Right. Because once you start doing that, it's no longer teaching, that's indoctrination.
That's exactly what a lot of teachers...
It has absolutely nothing to do with teaching children how to read, how to write, how to do arithmetic, how to think. That's the main thing. Teach them how to think.
That's not what those teachers wanted.
Well...
That's not what a lot of them want.
It used to be that it was
or at least the ones that end up staying half the time.
My mother taught third grade for 27 years, and it was never a matter of you were not supposed to discuss personal issues in the classroom. Period. You didn't discuss your political whatever in the classroom. Period. Because that wasn't your job. There was that separation of your personal life from the job that you were hired to do.
Right. Right.
It's sort of like parenting, that people wanted to be peers rather than parents. You get to be friends with your children after a certain period of time.
Yeah.
But when they're little, you're not their peer. You're a parent.
Right.
And same thing with these teachers. These are not peers. These are children. They're somebody else's children. They're not yours.
Yeah.
And that is something that some of these people that there's like, our children. Oh, hell no. And most of them have never had children.
Yeah. And that makes it just kind of creepy.
Uh-huh. It's that collective communist thing.
Yeah.
Wards of the state. So, prayers. We need prayers, but we are also seeing some prayers being answered.
We are.
And just dig in, because some of the people that I've been listening to until February of 2026. Now, what is going to transpire between now and then? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, because it's just day by day.
Mm-hmm.
One day at a time, truly.
Yeah.
Serenity prayer every single day. Do the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the little first part. It's a beautiful, beautiful prayer.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Do you want to tell the people where we can be found?
Yeah, you can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, at Rolanda COCWS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's some cool people over there. There really are.
Yeah.
Be discerning. You don't have to sit there and read. If somebody doing something stupid, you don't have to partake in the stupid.
Right. You don't got to go along with it.
But I will tell you this. Natural selection is, and sometimes it takes a minute. It ain't always instantaneous, but it is occurring. Some of it's tragic.
You cannot subvert natural selection no matter how hard you try, and at some point it will adapt to its environment.
And it's adapting to the technical age too.
Yep.
Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup. Bye.